Hello and welcome to our very first edition of Osprey TV's Your News Flash. I'm Claire Williams.
And I'm Louis Suffredini.
Now you're probably wondering what this whole News Flash thing is all about. Osprey TV's Your News Flash is your one-stop source for information and highlights. So that means if it's happening at the University of North Florida, involves students, and is newsworthy, we'll be there.
That's right. And whether you're looking for the highlights from the most recent sporting events or just looking for ways to entertain yourself between classes, you're sure to find it here.
Absolutely. Now, many of you who have just started your college career and are finally free from the constant supervision of your parents are probably wondering what you will do if you get sick or injured. Well, after a recent visit with one of our campus physicians, I learned that the answer is easier than we think and right under our noses. Many students pass by this very spot every day, and most are unaware of exactly what they're passing by. Health Services, located in Building 14 across from the Robinson Theater, offers a variety of health services to students at low or no cost.
For most just routine examinations, there actually is no charge. There are charges for lab services and for medication.
But the services offered at UNF's clinic go beyond the common cold.
We can do all sorts of preventative treatment, flu shots, meningitis shots, TB testing, STD screening.
Like most doctors' offices, an appointment at Health Services is necessary to see a physician.
Right now our hours are 8 to 5. We are probably in the month of October going to extend the hours until about 6 or 6:30 on a few weekdays.
With the colder months approaching, you may want to take a second look walking to and from class.
College campuses are normally a place where ideas can be shared openly. UNF is no exception. There are plenty of different ideologies found here on campus. And while most of the time different groups get along without incident, there are those who can be more critical. Demonstrators were out on the green to give their view on student beliefs.
What is your mission out here?
To preach Jesus Christ, to warn people about hell, to rebuke, to reprove, to exhort, to be better Christians, to not be lukewarm, wimpy, sappy, nothing Christians, but be an on-fire Christian.
As you might expect, they were met with a great deal of criticism.
I've known lots of Mormons in my life.
That doesn't matter. I am Mormon,
matters to me.
so I know my faith. But you didn't see me standing on the green telling everybody that they're wrong about their faith.
How do you feel about what's going on out here today?
I think their way of trying to approach us to convert us to Christians is completely wrong because they're not showing love, they're showing hate and putting us down. So why would anyone want to listen to someone who's putting us down? It just doesn't seem right to me, and as a Christian myself, I'm embarrassed.
Sorry, sir, with all due respect, do you know?
I think that's where you're wrong.
And I'm personally offended because the way to spread Christianity
Frank,
is to show love.
A Christian is offended at us.
Then there were those who sided with the demonstrators.
How do you feel about what's going on out here today?
Well, a lot of people are being confronted with their sin, and naturally people who are sinners, when they're confronted, will get either convicted or angry about it. And that's all. Now we can debate about their methods, certainly, but the truth is this, that all men are born into sin, and unless we repent and turn to Jesus Christ, we'll go to hell. But if we do, we will share eternally in his glory in heaven. And that's all I can say. That is the message of Jesus Christ.
And others took the confrontation a bit less seriously.
I've come to preach a message of love.
I'm trusting him.
Somebody get a picture of this.
Whether or not you agree with them, for the time being, people with a message to give are on campus to stay.
Luckily, though, everything on campus does not need to be so serious. For those of you looking for something a little bit lighter, here's Nick Giancola with your Entertainment Flash.
Welcome to Osprey TV's first entertainment issue. I'm Nick Giancola here at the UNF Arena. What's going on here? Entertainment. An organization to become familiar with is Osprey Productions, your on-campus entertainment weekly planner. Some of their recent projects include the concert here in the UNF Arena featuring Chingy and Young Jock. We got the chance to interview them and also catch highlights from the concert.
I just do what I do. I just make my music. I feel good about my music when I make my music. So I just do what I do, man. Be me, be myself, and just make the music and let the music speak for itself.
You know, people came to have a good time. You know, they always say they came to see the artists, but I came to see them, so.
If you missed out on these, here's a few upcoming events. October 12th, happy to be here, and my getaway in concert. October 17th is Trivia Night. October 26th is Pathway to Providence Sophomore Attempt Concert. November 17th is Sugar Cult and Cartel in concert. I'm Nick Giancola reporting for Osprey TV.
Thanks, Nick. Well, if you can't make it out to one of those events, another place to show your face is at a UNF soccer game. Here's Chris with what our UNF Ospreys have been up to this season.
Welcome to your Sports Flash. I'm your host, Chris Kelly. Since soccer season's in full force, let's take a moment to recap the home games that the men's soccer team played against Longwood and JU. The Ospreys hosted Longwood University on September 24th. After a scoreless first half, Longwood scored back-to-back goals in the 53rd and 66th minute marks. The Ospreys closed the gap with 6 minutes left in the match thanks to a rebound shot from sophomore midfielder forward Sharif Rajkumar. However, 2 minutes later, Longwood's offense found themselves inside the Ospreys' goal box and capitalized for the 3rd time in the match. The final score, Longwood 3, UNF 1. A few days before the Ospreys hosted their crosstown rivalry against JU, your Sports Flash caught up with soccer team members. Sophomore midfielder forward Sharif Rajkumar, senior defender Mats Elmaster, and head coach Ray Bunch.
Sometimes you go into environments that are kind of hostile, but it didn't affect us too much as to the way we played, but the traveling kind of did affect us, but it's not to a great extent though.
I think it's strengthened us as a team, definitely. We're starting to come together better.
Well, it's good for a team bonding situation, but obviously it takes its toll. The travel's hard on the kids. A lot of these kids are freshmen, and it's difficult with them being away and then keeping up with the studies, and obviously we go to a few hostile environments, as Sharif already mentioned, and you know, they're just not used to that. But overall, I think it's brought the team together, and it's been a good experience.
I think all we need to do is gel as a team. I mean, we're a young team and we have newcomers in, so we need the starters from last season to gel with the newcomers this season, and I think we'll be fine.
A lot of new players this year, and it takes some time to start playing together and get to know each other.
We had kids break bones in feet and things, and they're the older kids. So the biggest problem that we're facing right now is just physically we're getting manhandled a little bit. Our talent-wise and our technique is as good as any team that we played this year.
I would say this last 2 weeks, like the team effort starting to get there, and everybody started working for each other and feel more comfortable with each other. Well, I say we have everything to win. We're starting conference against our rivals, JU, on Saturday, and I mean, we're starting from there, and I think it's going to be a good conference this year.
On September 30th, UNF hosted the SunTrust River City Rumble. Unfortunately, the Ospreys suffered a 1-0 disappointing loss to their crosstown rivals JU. On the women's side, the Lady Ospreys dominated their crosstown rivals on September 22nd at JU. Freshman forward Caitlin Swift continued an impressive rookie season, scoring the Ospreys' first goal inside the 10-minute mark. Freshman forward Caitlin Kovacs gave the Ospreys a 2-goal lead in the 30th minute, and Swift put the exclamation point, capitalizing on a penalty kick with 19 minutes left in the match. The final score was 3-1. In volleyball, the Lady Ospreys split their last 2 matches of September, led by junior outside hitter Megan Weisert's 12th double-double of the season. The Lady Ospreys shut out Bethune-Cookman 3-0. In cross country, both the men's and women's teams have finished their September competitions this season in the top 10. Both teams placed first at the JU short course dual meet. We hope their success continues, and with a little luck, they'll run to the top of the Atlantic Sun Conference Championships. This was your Sports Flash. I'm Chris Kelly. Back to you, Claire.
Thanks, Chris. Well, that wraps it up for this edition of Your News Flash on Osprey TV. I'm Claire Williams.
And I'm Louis Suffredini. Be sure to check out Osprey TV on MySpace and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.